The fashion industry. Known for its glamour, luxury and excess, it's valued at $3 trillion globally, but second to big oil, it's the world's largest polluter. Australia alone produces an estimated 6,000 kilos every 10 minutes and is the world's second largest consumer of textiles, as reported by the ABC. However, with initiatives from independent labels and individuals challenging the system, change is happening. For example, Alice Zhang, law and communications student at the University of Technology, Sydney.
The reason why I buy secondhand has become much more of a moral reason rather than like a trying to be cool reason. Like I think I always like kind of understood to some degree like an understanding of waste, especially culturally. My grandma was always like, why do you always need new clothes? Because it was so normal, like when you stopped wearing your clothes, you would turn them into something else. And when that stopped being used, you turn them into like a heat pack. And then when you stop using that, then you use it as rags. It's not just about our purchasing choices, but also like the way we relate to the items around us.
Using their social media platform to encourage others, they say that thrifting was something instilled from their upbringing.
I try and like thrift lots and encourage other people to thrift. I try and encourage other people to look at how we all are interlinked and how like the choices we make actually directly cause violence to other people.
However, purchasing secondhand clothes from charity shops like St Vincent de Paul's or the Salvation Army can be problematic too, with overstock, often of poor or unsaleable quality, dumped into landfill. Instead, for Canberra-based Sarah Worker, founder of Hunter the Label, it's all about creating high-quality, lasting pieces that individuals will want to wear season after season, challenging the now fortnightly cycle that fast fashion companies like Zara and Topshop follow.
Considering what you're doing and you know, for me that has a lot to do with not working with trends and being influenced by that side of fashion, and designing things that can be really versatile and, you know, kept for a long time.
Starting her label back in 2014, Sarah follows a made-to-order business model, which allows her to reduce unsold excess stock, lowering resource wastage too.
Part of that is keeping production local and still doing it sort of keeping some pieces as made to order, so it means that I can be a bit more responsive to demand or to, you know, what's not working so well. We're really aiming to reduce that big bulk of stock and then, you know, end of season sales. Having customers that really value it, a more sustainable practice has really influenced the way I work.
However, looking at the fashion industry as a whole, fashion academic Holly K. Smith says the production of fashion, especially fast fashion, is overly resource intensive.
Put like a microscope over any sector in the industry. I mean, the buttons can be pressed in Malaysia and then it can be sewed together in Mexico, and you have these huge travel footprint of a garment getting made just because you're sourcing the cheapest labour and the cheapest products that you can.
A social change activist, Holly focuses on human-centred solutions and ground-up activism as a more effective method than product-centred solutions. These include changing consumer behaviours that range from better garment care to putting more value into your clothes.
There's this, you know, idea of a mentality and a story behind these clothes which brings value to them, which makes people treasure them, which makes people look after them better, which means that they buy less. Washing and these routines that we have are in a similar sort of vein, and that's really closely related to the fashion sector because designers need to think about how their clothes are used. Up to 80% of a garment's total environmental impact happens during the use phase.
Through principles like planned obsolescence and poor manufacturing quality, it's believed that fast fashion pieces only have a lifespan of 10 washes, a worrying statistic considering factors like the rate of production, the resource-intensive creation, and slow rate of decomposition of synthetic fabrics like polyester that these clothes are often made of.
Ground-up intervention is definitely needed, or else the people at the top are never going to stop. But we need people into at all kind of angles so that we can all end up meeting at the centre.
At the end of the day, there's no one easy solution, with consumer habits driving industry practices. Each is a response to consumer demand. However, both Sarah and Holly agree, conscious shopping and creation is a good place to start.
Naturally, it has a lot to do with the way clothes are made. You know, fabrics and minimising waste and that sort of side of it. Like I think that has a lot to do with it. But I also think it has like a lot to do with the consumers and how they're shopping, because I think that, like anything, that just motivates the industry.